in the Law of One. So the Law of One talks a lot about like humanity and the history of Earth, and it basically says that humans are supposed to live 1,000 years. And
Now, for those who don't know much about the Law of One,
Yeah.
just what is the context in which that's being?
Right. So the Law of One is a series of books. It essentially was a series of channeled works. This group of people they started a company called LNL Research. But yeah, they wrote this book called, The Law of One, the Raw Material, where they basically channel this entity Ra, who helped the Egyptian, who basically built the pyramids, and like it goes into all this crazy stuff. But they essentially channeled this group back in this. So this book was published in like 1981. It was all channeled between 1981 and 1984. So this predates like all of the modern stuff. And so yeah, in this essentially it gives an outline of like humanity, like different levels of consciousness, like starting with like minerals and like elements, and then going into plants and animals, and then humans, and then the next level above that, and like basically going through these different densities as they're called. But that's just a bit about the Law of One, and so it essentially says that this group has been manipulating Earth. They're called the Orion Group. Some people refer to them as the Draco Reptilians, but they've been trying to interfere with Earth for not just hundreds of years, but thousands of years, and like even going back to like when Jesus was alive and the Romans, and even predating that. But
Do you think that would have anything to do with why serpent beings are always spoken about in so many different religions?
So that's an interesting topic. I actually think for the most part the serpent is the bringer of knowledge, and has been misinterpreted in like most mythology. But all for as far as reptilian beings in mythology, like the serpent or like lizards, yeah, I mean they're in there. I mean in different cultures around the world,
All over.
yeah. So essentially, to bring it back, like my concept is that humans, we're supposed to be living these lives where we're achieving spiritual growth, and going through a lifetime, expanding our consciousness, and then learning these various lessons, in one or two lifetimes, and then, graduating to the next level of consciousness. But since we've been trapped in this matrix where we're programmed to like, to fight against each other and like, seek things selfishly, and we don't really achieve spiritual growth. So our lifespans have been shortened because as a soul, like if you're not if you're not growing, like there's no reason to be here essentially.
To live.
Yeah. So I think we've been trapped in this matrix essentially where we're living these short lifespans. We don't actually achieve any spiritual growth, and we're just doing it over and over and over and thousands of incarnations. And so that's essentially what all of the other conspiracies, like the one world government, and like the secret government, the cabal, the Illuminati, like those essentially all aspects of this matrix, and they're all players in this situation that's been set up on Earth. But it's also on Earth there's the potential for us to break through all that, and I have incredible spiritual growth because of all the contrasts and all the negativity and the opportunities we have to serve here. So it's like it's created a unique situation where we're kind of trapped in this matrix, but we also have an opportunity to grow like stronger or faster, more effectively than anywhere else in the universe.